In order to better understand movement, we began by exploring anything and everything that moves. We explored factors such as time and movement versus still, form generates movement, and movement generates form. In addition to studying movement, we studied hotel environments and the movement that happens within them. We went to several hotel locations in Knoxville, Tennessee, to observe and record the form, function, and spaces of a hotel. We also observed how people move to the hotel and how they move once they arrive at the hotel. Traveling to an island is a process of moving to a place of rest. In order to emphasize rest, the initial goal of the proposal was to guide you through gradients of movement with an ultimate end of stillness. To set guidelines for our design, we first made a list of words that describe both movement and still. We categorized elements of movement as being horizontal, loud, shiny, and busy, as opposed to our stills, vertical, silent, matte, and calm. Second, we analyzed the different spaces of a hotel and gave each a movement percentage, beginning with the most movement, 100%, to the least movement, 1%. We then developed a look and feel based on our guidelines that we listed, such as polychromatic versus monochromatic. The lobby is inspired by the video of swift-moving cars on a highway. Because the lobby is 90% on our movement scale, we emphasize circulation to encourage movement through the space. To accomplish this, we extended existing circulation lines of the building to create a street-like path. This resulted in 4 areas of rest. Upon entering the lobby of the hotel, the guest is greeted by the reception on the right. Adjacent to the reception are 2 lobby lounges, consisting of furniture that was carefully chosen to stimulate movement. This stool begins a playful dialogue with the existing columns in the lobby with its slight tilt. This seat also prevents the guest from getting too comfortable. Instead, it encourages movement to the areas in the hotel that generate income, such as the bar. After passing the reception and continuing down the main wing of the building, the guest arrives at the bar. The various angles and mirrored reflections are the source of inspiration for the bar, which is 70% on our movement scale. The organization of this space is symmetrical, like the resulting image from a kaleidoscope. A lounge bench lies directly on the line of symmetry, while tables and the bar surround it. This central lounge is continued all the way to the ceiling by mirrored planes that reflect all of its surroundings. These planes are made out of a special type of mirrored glass that will become transparent when lit from behind. This material allows this central element to serve a dual purpose as both a mirror and a television when needed. Beyond the bar is the fine dining restaurant, inspired by the expansion and contraction of a slinky. The central circulation encourages movement, while glass partition elements on either side provide pockets of rest for the guest. Overhead, a series of thin, non-structural arches create a tunnel-like atmosphere. The arches spread farther apart toward the end of the restaurant, creating a seemingly expanding space. Because the restaurant is 30% on our scale, the materials reflect a lower level of movement with a monochromaticity while still keeping with the overall color scheme. The 3 Mill restaurant sits adjacent to the lobby. The design of this restaurant was inspired by the Northern Lights. When entering the restaurant, the guest sees a variety of fluid forms such as an undulating wall, elliptical columns, and drop ceiling feature. This ceiling sweeping form leads the eye into the restaurant, similar to how the organic movement of the Northern Lights directs the eye across the horizon. LED lighting, hidden in the cove, illuminates the recessed surface of the ceiling, creating an ambient colored glow. The design for the spa is motivated by the movement of water. The guest's experience in the spa is a digression of movement that ends in a wading pool, representing the ultimate still in the space. First, the guest can get a manicure or pedicure, located on the right side of the spa. The guest may also proceed to the opposite side, where a series of massage rooms with hydraulic water jets are located. After this unique therapy, the guest can continue toward the back of the spa to relax in a hot bath, experience an ultimate still in the space. The pool is accessed directly from the lobby by a set of stairs or a ramp, which is handicap accessible. Also, along each side of the pool is a raised deck that encompasses the lounge chairs. This surface interacts with the water in an interesting way by extending over the edge of the pool. This creates a unique space for guests to interact with others as well as the water without having to get out of their chair. We not only want to develop the deck that houses the water, but also the water itself. So we created a series of small jets along the floor of the pool to create a slight movement in a concentrated area. The standard guest room in the Island Hotel represents the ultimate still. Upon entering the room, a central circulation with a view of the ocean directs the guest to the back of the room. However, a centered wall, which doubles as a headboard for the bed, forces the guest to pause and walk around, which slows movement. The bed and an in-room tub are completely isolated in the back of the room to minimize distraction and further relaxation as the guest enjoys the ocean view. The guest suite encompasses the same essence of the standard room, but with additional features such as a dining space, living space, a fireplace, and a bar.